Oh, baby. Erick and Brad Show, episode 26. Is Erick here? No, he's not. This is a solo show. This is a solo Brad show. Figured we'd start out nice and easy. Try to get a vibe going. Some sort of vibe. I want to start off by apologizing to everybody who is watching this. This is going to be much better to listen to than watch. This is not going to be good to watch. Also, if this is the first time you're watching this show, turn it off right now. Go watch episode 25. Do not watch or listen to this episode if this is the first time you're watching or listening to this fucking show. This is gonna be a weird one, everybody. Oh my god. It's gonna be a good day. Alright. Hey. It's October 10th, 12:05 p.m. That's 12:05 in the afternoon for anybody like me who gets confused. It's not the middle of the night right now. I hope it's not. This is midday. Midday. Shout out to Erick for abandoning me. Oh, baby. Episode 26. Fucking my phone's already going off. Everybody needs to shut the fuck up. iTunes, Spotify, YouTube. We got a lot to talk about today. We're gonna have a conversation. This is just between me and the listeners right now. We're gonna have a conversation about me, conversation about Erick, conversation about the show, and a bunch of other stuff. We're gonna talk about my all-time favorite movies. We're gonna talk about some behind-the-scenes stuff of this show. We're gonna go over some news articles, some viral clips that happened. I'm gonna try to make it a listenable show. It's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be a lot of Brad. And there goes my music. All right, episode 26 of the show. How's it going, everybody? It's gonna be a beautiful October day. We are balls deep in autumn right now. And I'm trying to run everything. I'm trying to run all the tech right now. And here's the thing, all right? It's not easy to do a podcast. Okay? It's really fucking hard, actually. It's hard to do a solo show as well. And I've done a solo show before, and it sucked. And for some reason, I did about 2 hours. But it was just audio, which is different than having to deal with video as well. However, I was talking about the history of hip-hop, and I was talking about the history of the Kardashians, and you just go down these crazy roads that you don't expect to fucking end up at. Which we're probably going to get some of that today. Not on those topics, but we're probably going to get some insanity. I mean, when I was trying to put this show together, this episode, I was like, okay, what do we get if it's just a Brad show? Probably some movies talk. Maybe some mental health talk, maybe some old writings that I did, like in 2008, that are really embarrassing and insane. We'll get to some of those if we have time. And we'll run through some topical news things as well. However, is Erick here today? No. No, he's not. However, in 2 weeks from now, I'm not going to be here. And Erick is going to have to do a show by himself. Now, I get oddly competitive, okay? If it's something like, hey, we're going to play one-on-one basketball, or we're gonna have a race down the street, or we're gonna arm wrestle, I'm like, I don't want to. I'm not doing it. You win. You win. You beat me. I'm forfeiting, so you beat me. But if it's something like a board game, video games, mini golf, horse with basketball, I don't know, something like that, or like something with writing, or something with I don't know, if it's something like that, or like predictions, like, hey, you make this prediction, I'll make a prediction. If it's anything like that, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna crush this fool. I'm gonna crush this motherfucker. And I just get weirdly competitive in my own head. So when everything kind of rolled out that he's gonna be missing this week, and I'm gonna be missing 2 weeks from now, I'm like, well, I have to do a better episode than him, a better solo show. So I'm going first, so I kind of get to set the bar, which I don't really like. I'd kind of rather have the other person set the bar and then me know what I have to beat. But in this case, that's not an option. So in this case, I have to set the bar. So I'm going to try to do a better show than he's going to do. And is that fair? No. Is that stupid? Yes. Is it healthy? Maybe. Maybe it's going to provide better episodes for everybody, And people can say, oh, Eric did a better show than Brad. Brad's done a solo show before, and Eric fucking smoked his ass. He did a way better show. Well, Eric, if you're listening to this, this is difficult. This ain't easy. This is fucked. But however, I'm super excited to listen to what he brings on his solo episode, because I'm gonna, no matter what it is, I'm gonna enjoy it, and I'm probably gonna be able to make the case that it's better than this, because Brad's just crazy. So we did have a guest booked for today, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out there that the guest was gonna be a hypnotist, and they were booked. So what I could have done is interviewed the guest by myself. However, you shouldn't do that. Come on. What are we doing here? You shouldn't fucking do that. You can't, there's rules when it comes to talking with hypnotists, right? Number 1 rule, don't do it by yourself, okay? Remember when Kanye took the mic from Taylor Swift at the VMAs and went off on a crazy drunken rant? You know what he did the day before? Went to a hypnotist by himself. Remember when Tom Brady was in some handicap stall at the fucking Lucas Oil Stadium, and he was letting the air out of the balls before the game? You know what he did the day before? Went to a hypnotist by himself, right? All right, this is fucking really good information to know if you're going to interview a hypnotist. When Hillary Clinton was up in the middle of the night, drinking gin, deleting emails, you know what she did the day before? Went to a hypnotist by herself. You see the pattern here? All right, if you don't see the pattern yet, I'm going to point it out to you. Michael Jordan. When Michael Jordan quit the Bulls, said, fuck off, Bulls, I'm going to play baseball. And he went to play baseball. You know what he did the day before? Went to a hypnotist by himself. All right? Arnold Schwarzenegger. This is the last reference. When he was banging his maid. He's married to a Kennedy. He's got children. He's successful. He decides to bang his maid. You know what he did the day before? Went to a hypnotist by himself. So the rule with a hypnotist, and I'm down for all the voodoo, Louisiana, purple lights, voodoo dolls, shrunken heads. I'm down. You know what I'm saying? But there are rules. You don't go to a hypnotist by yourself. It's called the buddy system. Ever heard of it? My buddy ain't here, okay? I don't know what could happen. I could be interviewing this hypnotist. She could be moving her hand around, blinking her eyes. All of a sudden, I'm standing up, taking my pants off, all right? Because I don't have a buddy here to just stop the interview or tell me, Brad, what are you doing? Brad, what are you doing when I'm walking out of the studio like naked because this hypnotist is tricking me? So if I were to do that interview by myself, that would just be terrible. I mean, it'd be all over YouTube, all kinds of craziness. So that I told Eric, cancel it. Just cancel it. You know what's better than me solo interviewing a hypnotist? Me not solo interviewing a hypnotist. Okay? I don't need any of that insanity. Episode 26 of the show. Oh, I think Eric might be here. Oh, is this Eric? Hang on. I think Eric might be here. Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot. I forgot for a second. There's something I wanted to mention. A lot of times in doing podcasting and stuff, there's an interview that I watched about 5 years ago in 2015. And it was an interview on the show The Breakfast Club, which is a popular hip-hop morning radio show that I used to watch their interviews religiously. Okay? For a long time, for years and years and years, I never missed an interview. Anyway, they were interviewing someone, and this is a man who, when he was born, his name was Larry Zeiger. Okay? He was born May 1st, 1957. Actually, that's a complete lie. He wasn't born May 1st, 1957. He was born way before that. About 20 years before that. In Brooklyn, New York, which Brooklyn is one of the 5 boroughs of New York City. He was born in Brooklyn a long time ago, and he worked odd jobs, but he always wanted to be in radio. So he heard that to get into radio, the spot would be to go to Miami. So he rolled down to Miami, and he was 22 years old. He got a job at a radio station, and he never went to college, but he got a job at a radio station, and this was in 1957 in Miami. And the general manager of the station put him on the air, paid him $50 a week to do a 3-hour show. I don't know how many days a week it was, but it was a 3-hour show. And he was terrified. He played some music. He faded the music out. It's time for him to talk. Nothing came out. He froze. He turned the music back up. The general manager of the radio station kicked the fucking door and said, "This is a communications job. Communicate right now." And before this, they had told him Larry Zeiger wasn't a good name. You need a different name than Larry Zeiger. We're going to give you like a radio name. He's like, all right. And they're like, how about Larry King? Now, he said, okay, you can call me Larry King. So, on May 1st, 1957, in Miami, when he turned the music on, then he faded the music out, nothing came out of his mouth, he was scared to fucking death. He was 22 years old. He brought the music back up, the general manager comes in, yells at him, hey, this is a communication station, motherfucker, communicate. So he's like, oh my god, okay, and he's just fucking frozen. He's panicking. Brings the music back down, and he says, hello, everybody. My name is Larry King. That's the first time I've ever said that name before, and I am terrified. And he realized right then and there, he just needs to be honest. He just needs to be honest with the people that are listening. So, for the next 3 hours, every time he fucked up a record playing, every time he made a mistake, every time, he forgot something, he just let the audience know, oh my god, I just screwed that up. So for the rest of his career, he sort of kept the same philosophy. And his name's Larry King. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. Pretty prominent interviewer throughout the past, 50 years or whatever. So I always kind of try to keep that little story in mind when I'm doing stuff, and I just like to invite the audience backstage a lot, behind the scenes, And I know people say, "Oh, I don't like, when you do behind the scenes show talk." I fucking love it. When I'm listening to shows and they do any kind of behind the scenes talk, I'm like, wait. They have two cameras? Like, wait, oh, they have another producer? Like, I love listening to the behind the scenes talk and stuff like that. So I don't know, I just kind of try to keep that philosophy of just letting the audience know what's happening behind the scenes. And that's the story that I reference. Hey, all right, Eric, back to you. How's it going? All right, that's kind of ironic because I fucked up right there with my fucking goddamn cricket noises right after that story. Let's try it again. All right, Eric, back to you. How's it going, Eric? Oh, that's right. I'm by myself. I forgot about that. All right, anyway. Oh, So last episode 25 of the Eric and Brad Show, we did a segment. Eric did a really fucking great segment about a man named Andrei Chikatilo. I think that's how you pronounce it. The Russian serial killer bit. Now, in the moment, I was pretty freaked out by that fucking story because it was pretty graphic. You might remember it. Anyway, we turned it into a clip. Okay? See, the fucking problem with doing a solo show is there's no time to take a sip of fucking liquid. All right. We turned it into a clip. Okay? And on Wednesday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the clip was published because I put it on a schedule. And it went up then. When I got home from work on Wednesday, it didn't have any views. And I was like, fuck me, man. Okay. And I started thinking. And I didn't have anything better to do. I didn't have anything to watch. I was like, all right. Let me think. This is a clip that could do pretty damn good, I think. For one, through the last 26, 25 episodes, our quality has slowly gotten better. Sometimes it got worse, but then eventually it got better. And I think last week was the kind of culmination of a lot of quality issues being resolved. Audio, video, whatever. It all kind of came together, and it looked really good. Did the side-by-side video. Erick's in his fucking happy 4K. He's yelling about Nazi coins and dragons and Russian serial killers. He's lighting it up. All right. I had a funny thing about the presidential debates, and then I told a moving story. It was not a good show for me. But we took that clip of the Russian serial killer discussion, right? And we made it a clip. So I'm like, how can I push this clip? Let me think. And I haven't tried to push a clip yet, or really even push an episode. I've kind of been waiting. Waiting, holding back, waiting, stand back and stand by and wait. And then I was like, all right, let me try to push this clip. Where do I go first? How about Twitter? So I go to Twitter, and I get the idea of just true crime groups on the internet. Because, you want to talk true crime on the internet. It's going to do better. A true crime topic is going to do better than a sports topic, music topic, maybe even politics. If anything, politics would be the only thing that could beat it. But true crime on the internet is like, it's fucking, it's just there. It's a rocket ready to take off or something like that. So I'm like, okay, Twitter. I tweeted the clip at a couple true crime podcast Twitter pages. Just for, I don't know, maybe they'll watch it and retweet it. I don't know. Nothing happened. So then I get the idea of Reddit. And I'm like, Reddit. Let me go on Reddit. And I go on Reddit. Reddit, Reddit. And I start searching for true crime pages as well as serial killer pages. Because people eat that shit up. People love serial killers. Everyone on their high horse in this country loves serial killers, right? And I go and post it on a couple serial killer pages. It's doing okay. Here's the thing. I'd be on the Reddit app on my phone, posting the video on some serial killer pages. Sometimes, as soon as you post, boom, it gets deleted automatically by a bot, all right? A moderator bot deletes it like that. And I started thinking, if I do this, if I get it deleted too many times by a bot, is there any consequences for that? And after it being deleted about 3 times from 3 different pages, I realized there's no consequences. Now I can just go nuts. So I was hitting up serial killer pages, true crime pages. Sometimes it was getting posted. Sometimes it was getting deleted by a bot. Post, delete, post, delete, post, delete. And it's going all over Reddit. And I'm going back and forth between the YouTube app on my phone and the Reddit app on my phone. And I'm seeing the views come in. And I'm like, oh, shit. Okay, the views are coming. People are watching. These fucking crazy true crime serial killer people, they're loving it. And then I'm like, okay, I need to tag team this with some Facebook groups. So Facebook groups for serial killers and true crime stuff. Just anything you can find. And sometimes on those, it would get deleted as well. So now I'm joining Facebook groups. Join. You're just going down the list. I'm like, oh, this one has 900 members? I don't want it. This one has 300 members? I don't want it. Oh, 52,000 members? Take it. 500,000 members? Take it. 34 members? Don't want it. And I would just be going, and I'm just posting this Andrei Chikatilo thing. I don't care if people even like it. I just want the views. I'm like, now I'm kind of jacked up. I'm like, let's fucking post this bitch. The views are coming. Like, we're at like 50. Okay, we're at like 50, but I'm only like a half an hour into this little experiment. And now I'm messaging Erick, and he's not responding. He's probably, God only knows. God only knows what he's doing. Hopefully he's not drinking. Like I was going to say in the beginning of the show, the show can go on for a long time as long as Erick stays off the bottle and Brad stays like out of the mental institutions and state penitentiaries. If we can just get those two things down, we can probably do pretty good eventually. It's just you got to just keep the ball rolling and not get too drunk and not, get locked up for insanity or just pack your bags and move to Japan. So it's rocking and rolling. So now I'm messaging Erick. I'm saying, dude, I'm pushing this clip, and I'm saying it's at 45. It's at 55. It's at 65. It's at 70. I'm like, I bet you I can get it to 100. It's at 80. And I'm still going through posting it everywhere. Pushing the shit out of it. People are commenting. I'm responding to them. Boom, I'm responding to them. I'm pressing the like button on their comments. I'm going through Facebook groups, whatever. And then I'm like, oh, it's going to get to 100. Okay, it's going to break 100 easily. And then it's at like 90. This is a couple hours later. I'm like, it's at 90. It's rolling, all right? It's going to get to 100, 92, 94, 96. And I'm messaging Erick, oh, it's going to break 100, dude. And then I'm just like, I'm listening to Kid Rock. I'm just listening to I Am the Bull God by Kid Rock. I was having a hell of a night Wednesday night. I was just like, I am the Bull God. Erick and I are going to have to have a Kid Rock discussion at some point on this show when he's finally up to it, And I'm like, it's going to break 100, and then it goes to 99, and it's like, the video freezes at 99, like the YouTube counter, and I'm like, oh my God, you can't do this to me. You can't bring me all the right up to the edge and then just leave me hanging. I'm like, come on, baby, let's fucking finish this off. You can't just leave me hanging. Come on, I want the money shot. I want that 100, and it fucking stayed there for like 20 minutes. I'm like, Jesus Christ, the stupid YouTube counter. I'm like, I know it's over 100, but I'm just waiting. And then Erick finally messages me. He's like, what is happening? And I'm like, shush, be quiet, you. And then it goes like, boom, 104 or something like that. And I'm like, yes, motherfucker, boom. It felt so good because I don't know. I was pushing the fuck out of it on Reddit. And you could even see on YouTube analytics, like 97% of these views came from Reddit. I'm like, oh, this is fucking great. Go to sleep, wake up the next morning. Oh, it's at 300. I'm like, fuck. It has been cooking all night long. All right, we're at 300 now. So then in the morning, I'm like making coffee. Then I sit down at the desk at the computer because I did all that before on my phone. I sit down at my desk, my fucking command center, and I'm messaging Erick again. Boom, 300. Even though he's 2 hours behind me, he's probably still up playing Rocket League or whatever the fuck he does. And then I'm like, all right, 300. And I'm like, oh, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, that'll be 24 hours. It hasn't even been up for 24 hours yet. I wonder if I can get it to 500 within 24 hours. So then I push and push and push and push. And I'm trying to find other Reddit pages, trying to find more Facebook groups, posting. And the thing is, it's kind of tough to rush those views like that in a day. The thing is, the clip's going to do really well over time. It's like I have that 36,000 viewed video on my other page. Those it got to there over like 3 years. Like it cooks over time. So just for me to be racing, trying to do it in 24 hours is kind of crazy. However, tried to get it to 500 before 2 o'clock that day. I made it to 488 by 2 o'clock. It's pretty damn close. Within the next 15 minutes, it was over 500. So 24 hours and about 15 minutes, it hit 500, the video. And I'm like, oh, that's just fun. And it's just doing it without any paid promotion. Because I was thinking, I'm like, I could put some money behind this video and like turn it into an ad, which I've never done before. I've done it on Facebook with posts where I'd put like $2 behind it and let the post be an ad. But I've never done it on YouTube. So I'm like, fuck that. I'm just going to this is just grassroots. I'm just going to post this thing myself. I'm just going to do the legwork myself on my couch, on my phone. And so it hit 500 after about 24 hours. And now it is currently at, it's around 736. So it hit about 7:36. That was 3 days ago. What? Oh, no, that was when it was posted. It was posted 3 days ago. Sorry. Is that 7:36 right about now? And it's pretty fucking awesome. I mean, over time, that clip's going to do really good. And Erick gets all the credit. I get none of that credit because he did some real research on that topic, and he really broke it down really, really well. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I think we should do it again, or he should do it again. And it doesn't have to be, he can do it again in like 2 months from now, like with a different topic or serial killer or whatever. Because I feel like if I had to push it again, I probably could have got better numbers. Because I would have, I mean, I didn't even start till the goddamn video was already up for 3 hours with no views, and then I started. So, like, if I was going to really push it again, I think I would have a better idea of where to go right off the bat. And stuff like that. But it was a really fun experience, and I was fucking rocking that night when it hit 100. Then all of a sudden, a couple days later, it's up to 700, and it was just a fun thing. And it was kind of a monumental milestone for the Erick and Brad show to have a video that's gonna, within a few days, by the next episode, it'll be above 1,000. So it's kind of fun thing to do. I just felt like all things had come together, and it was just time to push something. So, yeah, that's all I'm saying. Hey, back to you, Erick. Oh, yeah. That's right. That's right. There's no Erick here. Dude, Christmas gifts. So, this year, oh, god damn it. I hate buying Christmas gifts. And I also hate receiving them too, because they're never any that good. There are never any that are that good. It's like, oh God. And I hate buying them. The thing to do, the smart thing that the smart people do, is all year long, you listen to what the other person says they want. Someone else says that they want. Your family, your significant other, whatever. And when they say, oh, I love that, and then they keep on walking on the street, you remember, oh, boom, they said they loved it. I'm going to come back tomorrow and buy it. And that's going to be their Christmas present. That's the smart way to do it. I don't know. I never know what to get people, okay? I don't know what to buy. It's so stupid that it's so obligatory. Obligatory? And it's fucking crazy. And we're creeping up. It's October 10th. We have 2.5 months. If the world's even going to still be here. So, I don't know. Fucking, the holidays are like dead, are like right in our face. We are standing toe to toe right now. Toes touching toes with the holidays. Staring at the holidays dead in the face. Dead in the fucking eyes right now. We are on top of the holidays. We are about to be deep inside of the holidays. Like, all up in that shit, yo. And that's okay, because like Erick and I talk about, we love Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's great, and I agree. It's fucking awesome. Christmas, God, I've had 28 Christmases in my life. That's a lot. And I think a lot of people might feel this way, but after Christmas and New Year's is over, I feel a huge weight lifted off me, like, oh, like we did it. Like we can get back now to the fucking routine. I feel that way personally. I don't know if anybody else does. I'm just saying this year I am fucking completely lost on what to buy for gifts. I have no fucking clue. And I need some fucking help big time. I feel like this year the new Xbox is going to be a huge gift going around. I'm not buying that for anybody. I'd love for someone to buy it for me, but nobody's going to buy it for me. I'm just saying, I think that's going to be a hot gift of the year, which is ridiculous. Oh, what's the deal with Crocs? Can somebody tell me what's up with Crocs these days? Because I'm seeing Crocs all over the internet, but I remember back in the day when I bought my pair of Crocs, from what I remember, them shits was like $10. I could be wrong, but they're like $10, and they were great. Look, restaurant worker, okay? I worked in restaurants for the longest fucking time. Crocs are a cool thing to wear in the restaurant. Your feet don't get hot. You can spill water on them. I was a dishwasher for the longest time. Master dishwasher. Fucking, like, one of the best. Like, in the dishwashing, in the dishwashing Hall of Fame, like, my jersey's in the rafters. You can see it. You gotta look really, really high. If you look up there, don't look at that. Look past the lights. Squint your eyes a little bit. It's up there. My jersey's in the rafters for when it comes to dishwashing. However, Crocs were, like, the thing to wear. It wasn't, like, a fashion thing. It was utilitarian. So I'm like, fuck, I'd love to buy a pair of Crocs maybe again for just my house shoes. Because right now I wear Air Jordans as my house shoes. But I'm like, maybe I should buy some Crocs for my house shoes. And I go to the Crocs website. They're $50. Are you fucking kidding me right now? How is it $50 for Crocs? And then I'm thinking, maybe I'm at the wrong website. But I, like, click the size that I want and the color that I want. And then go to my cart. And they're $53 to buy. I'm like, what? What is happening? I hope that I was on the wrong website, because I'd love to buy a pair of Crocs that are not $50. That's fucking craziness. $50 for what? Don't these shits come from China? What's up $50 for? You can mass produce these things like, I don't know, CDs or DVDs or whatever. I mean, Eric, what do you think? Do you have a pair of Crocs that you love? Oh, yeah. God damn it. It's just me. No one to yell about Nazi coins, dragons, serial killers. It's just Brad. Anyway, next thing we're getting into. So there's these two people. One's named Michael Pena, and the other's named Alvin Kamala Harris. So Michael Pena is currently the vice president of the United States, and then Alvin Kamala Harris is the running back for the New Orleans Saints and the running for vice president, I guess. She's a lady, and Michael Pena's a guy with white hair. So they had a thing this week where they talked to each other on TV. Michael Pena with his white hair and his red tie, and then Alvin Kamala Harris, and with her whatever she's wearing, a necklace and brown hair. And they talked, and I watched it, and it sucked. I thought it was fucking terrible. It was ridiculous. She was annoying. He was... I don't know. But the guy that stole the show, the real star of the night, was this fly. So he's got this white hair that's like, it's like there's nothing whiter than this hair. Like, this is whiter than Santa Claus's beard, okay? This is whiter than the clouds in the sky. This is the whitest hair of all time. I had to put my sunglasses on while I was watching it. I put my sunglasses on because his hair is so white with the goddamn white lights in that arena or whatever the fuck they are. But anyway, you know what the problem with white hair is? If a black fly lands on it, you can see it really well. A fly, there's probably a fly on her hair the whole time of this discussion that they had about healthcare and taxes and COVID. That's exciting. Jesus Christ. That's the most exciting fucking things you could talk about. There's probably a fly on her hair the whole time. We couldn't even see it, though. But there's a fly that lands on his white head. And I had a little bit of a fly issue in my house this summer. You know, that can be a discussion for another time. There was just a fly problem. And it doesn't have to do with the house being dirty. It just has to do with there being an excessive amount of flies in North Dakota. You can look this up. We have the documents. And then me wanting to leave the back door open for an extended period of time, it's for the dog. It's nothing else other than that. It's a paranoia thing, because everything's a paranoia thing. So when this fly landed on Michael Pena's white hair, I thought it was on my TV. I'm like, oh God, it's on my TV. And then he moves his head around, and I'm like, oh my God, no, it's on his hair. And then my phone starts blowing up. Bing, 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 people are messaging me, oh, there's a fly on his head, there's a fly on his head, there's a fly on his head. I'm like, yep, there's a fly. I'm like, yeah, I saw it. I thought it was on my TV, but it's actually on his head. And this guy, and when there's a fly on me, I can feel it pretty well, especially if it's on your hair. Have you ever had a fly land on your hair? Email Eric and tell him, ericandbradshaw@gmail.com, and address it to Eric. Have you ever had a fly land on your hair? I can feel it like that. So I just wanted him to just brush the fly, and it was on his head for like 20 seconds while he's talking. I don't even remember what he's talking about. Supreme Court justice or some other fucking boring shit. And I wanted him to just brush his hair and just brush the fly off. And I'm wondering if he could, oh, fuck me. I had links for this goddamn topic and I didn't click them. I wanted him to just brush the thing. Oh, God, everybody probably heard that. But he didn't. And then I'm wondering, did he feel it and then just hope if he ignored it that it would go away? Anyway, this is from CNN Business. The Biden campaign didn't miss a beat trying to capitalize on the buzz of the vice presidential debate. Oh God, the buzz. Within minutes of the debate wrapping up Wednesday, the Biden campaign tweeted a photo of Joe Biden with a fly swatter and a caption that said, "Pitch in $5 to help this campaign fly." Oh, God, campaign fly. In case you missed it, a fly very noticeably landed on Vice President Michael Pena's stiffly coiffed head as he debated Senator Alvin Kamala Harris. The fly lingered, and the internet couldn't stop talking about it. 2 hours later, the Biden campaign was peddling $10 truth over flies swatters. That's pretty good. Okay, so I know something about, drop shipping and things like that. 2 hours is pretty damn good, I'm not going to lie. And within a few more hours, a campaign spokesperson said that nearly 35,000 swatters had sold out. So that's $10 fly swatter. They sold 35,000 of them within a few hours. That's $350,000. That's a little flash sale for the ages. We saw the internet and our supporters sharing a viral moment online, so our digital team came together on the fly. Oh my God! Stop doing that! Stop doing that! You know what you're doing? Don't do that anymore. Stop doing that. Oh my God. So our digital team came together on the fly. Oh my God, I can't. Oh my God. I'm sorry, back to you, Eric. Oh, shit. That's right. It's just me. The goal was to show that Joe Biden and Alvin Kamala Harris will always choose truth over lies, science over fiction, and unity over division. What the fuck does that have to do with selling a fly swatter? Wait. The goal was to show that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris will always choose truth over lies, science over fiction, and unity over division? Okay, so you made $350,000. That's what happened. You didn't choose truth over division, or whatever the fuck you're talking about. Oh my God. But that's a hell of a drop shipping flash sale. Because all they did was they went and found a website that, and this is what I would do if we ever wanted to sell t-shirts for this show. You just have a website like Shopify. They have a bunch of generic products on there: water bottles, fly swatters, keychains, t-shirts, sweatshirts, and you can just upload your text that you want on them or your logo to your podcast. And then the thing is, when they don't send you to buy a bunch. They didn't buy 300 or 35,000 fly swatters, right? To have 35,000 fly swatters in boxes in your warehouse is a terrible idea. For us, if we ever did t-shirts or something, for us to buy boxes of t-shirts and have them stored inside Eric's new house is not a good idea, okay? For one, Portland's wet and rainy. For two, there's more crime there than here. Looters and rioters are going to get to them. But for three, it's just a bad idea. So what you can do on these websites like Shopify is they found a fly swatter, a generic one. They put some words on it: Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, Alvin Kamala Harris, and then they put it up on their website. So then when someone buys it, literally when someone buys it, then it's made and manufactured and sold to them, and the fly swatters never come to you. So what we would do with t-shirts is what I would do is we just do that. We put black t-shirts on Shopify, which I've done before, put the logo on there, which I've done before, and then if someone buys the t-shirt for $25 or whatever, it goes from the manufacturer to the person that buys it and never comes to us. What you don't want is to order it and have it come to you, because then what's going to happen is you're going to be left, say you order 100 t-shirts, you're going to be left with like 19 of them that you can't get rid of, and it's going to just destroy your profit margin. So the best way to do it is it's called drop shipping. That's what they did. But to set that up in 2 hours, it's pretty quick, but it's like that's how long it should be. It shouldn't have taken them. If it took them a day to do that, I would have been like, that doesn't make any goddamn sense. I mean, what do you think, Eric? Eric, do you think it makes any sense? Oh, fuck. Fucking thought he was here. He's not here. Motherfucker. Oh. If there's more noises coming right now, I apologize for that. So the next thing, you may have heard of somebody that goes by the name of 420 Dogface 208. 420 Dogface 208. You may be asking yourself, what is he talking about? Has Brad finally lost it? Has Brad finally slipped off of that oceanic shelf and is falling deeper and deeper and deeper into insanity, just spiraling into craziness? He's yelling about some guy named 420 Dogface 208. This is not a real human being. Brad's finally lost it. He's just drowning and drowning and drowning. Just slipped off that oceanic shelf underneath the ocean, on the ocean floor, and fallen deep into the crevasse that is craziness. Well, you may be able to say that someday. It is not this day. You cannot say that today, because 420 Dogface 208 is, in fact, a real person. Okay? This is a man who posted a video on TikTok of him longboarding, I'm going to say. This is all these stupid fucking GMA and USA Today articles say that he's skateboarding. It's clearly a longboard of some sorts. But he posted a video a few weeks ago. I think it was September 25th on TikTok. TikTok, you may have heard of it. It's all Eric talks about. Every topic he brings to the show is about from TikTok. I think that's where he even got the Andre Nicotina Chikatilo thing. And so this guy, and his real name is Nathan Apodica. I think that's how you pronounce it right. But he posted a video of him longboarding off of an exit ramp on the highway. Pretty cool. Early morning, sun's just came up. You know what I'm saying? Kind of the golden hour of the morning. And he's holding a gallon of cranberry juice. Ocean Spray cranberry juice. And he's listening to, well, he's not listening, well, he is listening to it because he has the song playing on TikTok. Fleetwood Mac's 1977 hit called Dreams. Okay. This is a song that when it came out in 1977, it hit number 1 on the Billboard 200. The song did, as well as the album. Huge album, of course. You talk to Eric about, he can tell you more about it. And this popular, well, now popular TikToker, Nathan Apodica, aka 420 Dogface 208, because he was in Idaho, by the way, I should mention that. I believe he was in Idaho Falls. And it's going fucking, now here you go again, you say you want your freedom. Well, who am I to keep you down? It's only right that you should play the way you feel it. And he's lip syncing along. And then this video goes crazy. Oh, it has like 100 million views, 6.9 million likes. It's going everywhere. People are donating to him. They sent him 10 grand. Boom, here's 10 grand, you know? And he's like, sweet, like they're donating or whatever. And then Ocean Spray, this company here that creates cranberry juice, I guess, they make it out of thin air. Ocean Spray pulled up to him. And they were like, boom, here's a brand new 2020 Nissan Titan Pro 4x4 and a trunk full of Ocean Spray. So it's a trunk full of Ocean Spray. But they gave it to him, and he loved it, and he gave $5 grand to his mom. He bought a new RV. He upgraded his busted car because his car was broke. That's why he was skateboarding or longboarding down the Idaho highway. But people really were just drawn to this just because it put a smile on your face. I'll say that. I saw it on TikTok before all this fucking hullabaloo and nonsense, virality. Virality. 25 million views just on TikTok. But everywhere else, it's doing a lot of other stuff. Oh, and then a guy named Mick Fleetwood. There's a man named Mick Fleetwood, and he posted, oh my god, it's just, they played it on Thursday Night Football. They played the Fleetwood Mac song, Now Here You Go. They played that on Thursday Night Football. I'm seeing it on commercials. I'm seeing it on commercials for TikTok. It's number 1 in the world right now, or the country. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. Erick messaged me, it's like it went to 22. Actually, from what I'm seeing, it went to 20, it went to 1. So it's number 1 song in the world. So it's October 2020, and it's the number 1 song in the world. Now here you go when you want your freedom. And all because of this guy. It's kind of crazy. But then Mick Fleetwood posted like a recreation of his video, drinking fucking Ocean Spray cranberry juice. And you'll have to email Erick and ask him more about who that is. He can tell you. If I had to guess, I'd say I think he's the drummer for Fleetwood Mac. But that's just pretty crazy. So this guy is rocking and rolling. This guy's having a good 2020. And hey, you're saying, Brad, why are you talking about this? It's not like there's a lesson involved in this fucking thing. You're just talking about another viral video. Oh, there's not a lesson in it? The guy's car broke down, and he had to skateboard to fucking work. So instead of being like, I need a ride to work, someone give me a ride. Or like, I can't work. Hey, I can't work today. Why? My car is broken. I can't get there. I can't come to work. Instead of doing that, find the fucking 420 Dogface 208 in yourself and make something out of it. Make a fucking cool video while you're driving to work, riding to work, whatever, drinking cranberry juice, and look what happens. Amazing things. Anyway, Erick, back to you. What do you think about that topic, bro? Oh, fuck me. Erick ain't here. All right, I'm at 48 minutes. It's time to just jump into movies, which I like talking about. So thanks, everybody, for rocking with me during this fucking Brad crazy hour. Crazy hour of Brad nonsense, but I don't know yet if we're going to get into the story that I wrote when I was a young man. When I was like 16, I wrote a short little story that's really fucking weird. I don't know if we're going to get into that. But what we're going to get into is my top 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 movies. That's a weird list. And I'm just going to fucking run through them, and this is going to try to be a spoiler-free rundown of all these movies. And maybe if you're looking for some new movies to watch, because it's a damn panic right now. It's a pandemic right now. And you're like, I don't know, I need more shit to watch. Maybe. And I was, on this episode, I was going to do a lot more talking shit about Erick. I don't think I did that much. Fucking missed the opportunity. That motherfucker. Leaving me hanging. just abandoned me. You know what? Let's go back to you, Eric. Hey, what is your thoughts on this fucking topic? Oh, that's right. He's not here, is he? Motherfucker. All right. Let's run through this list of movies, Brad's favorite movies. Now, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say the first three are in order. And after that, the order, it can all be shuffled. And some of them can really be just probably dropped way down. Okay, here we go. I'm going to start from the top because I think it's going to be a little easier to explain starting from the top. But we're almost at an hour here, so let's just run through them. All right, number one movie, Lost in Translation. All right, Lost in Translation. This is a movie, came out in about 2003, I believe. And everything I'm about to do right now is all off of memory, okay? I have no notes. I have the notes, the list of movies. I don't have any dates or actors or anything like that. Lost in Translation. It's my favorite movie, okay? Won Best Picture. Bill Murray, Scarlett Johansson. Those are the two main prominent characters of the whole movie. Also appearances by Anna Faris and Giovanni Ribisi, who I think both do incredible little side parts in that movie. However, Bill Murray and Scarlett Johansson carry the whole goddamn thing. And in my opinion, it's my favorite Bill Murray movie, which that wouldn't be a popular opinion amongst Bill Murray fans. They would say Caddyshack or Groundhog Day or something of that sorts, I think. However, it's my favorite Bill Murray movie because it's my favorite movie. It's also my favorite Scarlett Johansson movie. I think Scarlett Johansson is hotter in that movie than any other movie she's ever done. I'm sorry. But it won Best Picture, directed by Sofia Coppola. Coppola, that last name sounds familiar. Oh, maybe because she's the daughter of Francis Ford Coppola, director of The Godfather and Apocalypse Now, and other movies as well. One of the greatest directors of all time. This is her daughter. This is his daughter. She made a movie called The Virgin Suicides, which people loved, but that's a weird movie. The Virgin Suicides is a weird movie, all right? Not on my list. Lost in Translation, amazing. I love it. It's based in where? Tokyo. Oh, maybe we can see why some things are connecting now. Brad wants to go to Tokyo. Lost in Translation, filmed in Tokyo. Fascinating little bits of information we're getting here. Love the movie. It's one of this movie for me is like, someone messages me that I haven't talked to in a long time, maybe a girl, and I'm like, oh my God. And then it's just like dwelling on me, and it's like all these thoughts and things are coming up and stuff, and it's like, I gotta watch Lost in Translation tonight. It's like, what's Brad doing? He's watching Lost in Translation. Oh God, no. Oh no. I'll get somebody over there right now. There's been a lot of times me starting that movie at fucking 3 a.m. Like, we got to do a Lost in Translation, watching 2 hours or whatever. It's a great movie. I fucking love it. I know it front to back. It's amazing. And it's like a love story, but it's not like your traditional love story because you're talking about Bill Murray and Scarlett Johansson. So it's more of like their souls kind of recognize that they could be like soulmates in another life, but they're like, he's at a whole different part of his life. She's at a whole different part of her life. Like, so it's not like anything that would be possible. And I think it's also extremely funny as well. Just Bill Murray just trying to, the communication breakdown between him and Japanese people, which is why the whole thing's called Lost in Translation. But the whole communication breakdown between him and Japanese people is just fucking hysterical the whole way through. And the end is just heartwarming. The soundtrack, whatever. It's a good movie, okay? My favorite movie. Number 2, The Descendants. I didn't want to spend that much time on one movie, but that was number 1 I got to. The Descendants. Love The Descendants. These first 3 movies for me are kind of like me liking... I like sad movies that are in pretty locations, like attractive, visually appealing locations. So, Lost in Translation, filmed in Tokyo, very visually appealing. The Descendants, filmed in Hawaii, which I usually don't like things that are filmed in Hawaii. This is the exception because George Clooney, Oh god damn it, what is that girl's name? Fuck, his daughter. I can't remember his daughter's fucking name in that movie. Um, love the movie. It got nominated for Best Picture. Didn't win. And, people people are kind of hard on George Clooney and stuff like that. Shailene Woodley. There we go. Shailene Woodley. Amazing human being. Holy fucking shit. She's in the show Big Little Lies. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. She is good. She's rock and roll time. But it's a very sad movie. Like George Clooney's wife, Shailene Woodley's mom, was in a boating accident and she's in a coma in the hospital. Okay, that happens in like the first literally 1 minute of the movie. So the rest of the movie is just kind of it's just playing out of their mom being in a coma, and George Clooney he just does a superb job. I love that movie. It's so sad. And there's also a lot of funny moments and stuff like that. Very good. Love The Descendants. Number 3, American Beauty. Oh, you've probably heard of it. It's been around for a long time. Came out in the 90s, I believe. Kevin Spacey. And this movie does get a hard time. People give it a hard time. It's kind of odd. I think it's worth a watch, but I really love it because at the core of the movie, it's about Kevin Spacey hating his shitty wife and his just bland vanilla life and job and just wearing the suit, trying to just kiss corporate's ass and just go home every day is the same, whatever, just like life's just passing him by. So the whole thing is just about him just taking back control and just saying fuck you to his job, fuck you to his wife, and just doing what he wants, smoking weed, working out in the garage, just working out, having a good time. But people give it a hard time because they might think it's overrated. I think it did win Best Picture, actually. I could be wrong on that. But, and then, Kevin Spacey people hate the Kevin Spacey now, touching young boys. Shouldn't have done that. But, however, I can still appreciate the art of that movie, and I like that movie a lot. It's crazy. It's a crazy movie, and it's just filmed in just suburbia hell of Anytown, USA. However, I think it's a visually appealing movie because it's just well shot. It's crazy. Okay, number 4, Perks of Being a Wallflower. Now, so a lot of times with a movie. And this might be a little too high. This might be a little too high on the list. A lot of times with a movie, or a show, if you go for like the teenage angst high school kind of movie, you're playing right to me. Like you're playing right to me. I just love that kind of shit. It's kind of guilty pleasure, I think, but I just love it. And Perks of Being a Wallflower is a crazy movie, and it's a movie about high schoolers. So it might be a movie about high schoolers for high schoolers, and thank God I didn't find this movie in high school, because I probably wouldn't have made it out alive, honestly. Like, if I found this movie during high school, I would have probably not made it out of the deep, dark depths of insanity and depression that I was in at the time. So it's good that I found this movie later in life, but if you were to tell someone, hey, write a script, hey, you, write a script and make a movie that Brad's going to like. And they said, okay. And they would come back with this movie. And it was based off a book, of course, whatever. Emma Watson, probably the most famous person in it. Paul Rudd has a side role in it, too, as the boy's English teacher. The main character's English teacher. Paul Rudd, amazing job in it. But Emma Watson in it. Oh my God. If you were a young man in the early 2000s, to mid 2000s or whatever, you know what I'm talking about, because all of us watched Harry Potter movies and knew who Emma Watson was. And Harry Potter movies, honestly, can go fuck themselves as far as it pertains to her acting abilities and her, portrayal of a character, because in this movie, Perks of Being a Wallflower, she does as good of job as anybody could ever have done at anything. I like the movie. I'm sorry, okay? It deals with all kinds of issues. Any kind of issue that you could think of. it deals with, like, insanity. It's crazy, and it has a large David Bowie theme through the whole thing, kind of, because they're like, and I get that it's corny, and this is the big knock on the movie. Like, the kids love this David Bowie song, and they're like, we can't find the song anywhere. We have to wait for it to come on the radio, but because we can't find it. It's like, what do you mean you can't find it? What do you mean you can't find the song? So then at the end of the movie, that part really gets me. Like, at the last scene of that movie, it really fucking gets me. And I'm like, don't let it get you. Don't let it get you. And then it fucking comes, and I'm like, oh, fuck, it got me again. Filmed in Pittsburgh. Love that goddamn movie. Number 5, Moneyball. Now, this one's probably a little too high on the list, right? But I do love that movie. It's a great fucking movie. It's a sports movie. It's a true story. Jonah Hill won an Academy Award for it. So everybody talks about Jonah Hill winning an Academy Award, and you're like, what did he win an Academy Award for? He won it for Moneyball. Okay? Him and Brad Pitt, as well as a role played by Philip Seymour Hoffman before he died. This is probably one of the last movies he did before passing away. I love that fucking movie. I'm sorry. I love the whole thing. And it's like a sports movie without a lot of sports, but it's all just about him trying to be the general manager of the Oakland A's, and how do you defeat a team like the Yankees if you're the Oakland A's and they like their budget is 10 times more than yours. So it might be a little too high on the list. These are all, now it's sort of not ranked. Okay, number 6, The Departed. Okay? This movie, a lot of these movies, people fucking really shit on, and The Departed is one of them. People give it a hard time. They say, oh, the Irish people wanted a mob movie. Okay, the Irish wanted a mob movie. The Italians had mob movies. Black people had mob movies, or, stuff like that. Maybe even like the Cubans or whatever with, I don't know. But the Irish wanted one. It's like, okay, we'll give the Irish a mob movie. I loved the movie. I think it won Best Picture, which is crazy. And, although then when Leonardo DiCaprio won for The Revenant, everyone was like, he finally won an Oscar for the Revenant. But The Departed won an Oscar for Best Picture, I believe, but that's not Leonardo DiCaprio specifically, even though he's the star of the movie. I love the fucking movie. The cast is amazing. Jack Nicholson, people shit on Jack Nicholson's role in it. They're saying he wasn't very good. Look, I think he's fucking great. Also, The Shining should be on this list. That's the movie I forgot. Okay, so it's now an 18-movie list. I want to put The Shining on there because I want Stanley Kubrick to be represented on the list because I do love Stanley Kubrick. So The Shining's going on the list too. Amazing movie. Not a lot has to be said about it. It's just amazing. Next one, I Heart Huckabees. Okay, this one's probably a little too high on the list as well. This list needs some reordering after those first 3. Needs some reordering. I Heart Huckabees. Love that movie. Jason Schwartzman. Okay? A lot of Jason Schwartzman in that movie. He's the main star of it. Also Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg plays a very, very funny fucking role in that movie. Also a little appearance by Jonah Hill. Dustin Hoffman. Very funny in that fucking movie. So I do love that movie. Okay, Swingers. Okay, not a lot needs to be said about Swingers. Jon Favreau, Vince Vaughn, comedy from the 90s, great movie, just like extraordinary. The Life Aquatic. Now, another Bill Murray movie. Okay, I do like The Life Aquatic. Now, Wes Anderson, he makes films such as Grand Budapest Hotel, The Life Aquatic, Royal Tenenbaums. Now, Wes Anderson fans wouldn't agree with me on this. They would just shit in my mouth. But I like The Life Aquatic. And honestly, The Life Aquatic and Royal Tenenbaums could probably both fill this spot on there. It could probably be like The Life Aquatic / Royal Tenenbaums, because Royal Tenenbaums is amazing. Life Aquatic is amazing too. Bill Murray, Cate Blanchett, which I usually don't like. She's kind of repulsive, but she's in it. Owen Wilson's in it. Good movie. Love the movie. It's a great fucking movie. I'm sorry. So The Life Aquatic's going there. And that just because I want Wes Anderson to be represented, and that's a movie that I'll always watch. Midnight in Paris. All right, Woody Allen. Now we got a Woody Allen film starring Owen Wilson. Wow. Also starring Rachel McAdams. I need Rachel McAdams somewhere on this goddamn list because she's incredible. Love her. Love her in that movie. She's just blonde and really like complainy all the time. Midnight in Paris, though, kind of inspirational. It's a little bit inspirational. Also, kind of one of those sad movies in a visually appealing location, which I enjoy, of course. I'll watch it every time. I'll watch it constantly. You know, it's just a great fucking movie. It's a go-to. You get a lot of good, crazy guest appearances and stuff like that. Midnight in Paris. It's a great fucking movie. Owen Wilson does an amazing job. And Eric and I are going to have an Owen Wilson discussion one day once he feels like he's got the guts and he's up for it. Because people like to shit on Owen Wilson, that's for sure. But if you talk about Wes Anderson movies like The Royal Tenenbaums, or Wes Anderson, or Bottle Rocket, and then as well as Midnight in Paris, he's a fucking amazing actor that has been used by legendary directors. He does stupid movies like Zoolander and Drillbit Taylor or whatever, which have their place. However, you could put together a Wes Anderson, an Owen Wilson, resume of incredible roles, and Midnight in Paris is one of them. So that's top 10 right there. Probably could use some shuffling around, but number 11, Fight Club. Not much has to be said about it. Number 12, Pulp Fiction. Not much has to be said about it. Wanted the Quentin Tarantino representation film on this list, and Pulp Fiction is probably my favorite by him. Goodfellas, number 13. Not much has to be said about that. Number 14, Adventureland. Someone recently asked me, I can't remember who it was or when it was, but they were like, if you were like sick and like had to lay around the house all day, like what movie would you watch to feel better? And my answer was Adventureland. So it's one of those movies again where it's like the summer after high school graduation, Jesse Eisenberg gets a job at an amusement park. It's fucking great. You have the Ryan Reynolds in there. You have the whole oh, fuck, I can't remember the name now. I even fucking looked it up before this. Lou Reed. You have the whole Lou Reed thing on there with a lot of Lou Reed songs and stuff like that. Fucking great. But you also have Kristen Stewart, who I don't like at all. I don't like her. I don't like her at all. I don't want to talk to her. I'm not attracted to her because, well, she is a lesbian, so it doesn't even matter. I've seen the Twilight franchise in its entirety, and I was thoroughly traumatized one thing after another in that fucking crazy franchise. I don't like her. And I hate the shorts that she wears in this movie. The shorts she wears in the movie, it's like nails on a chalkboard to me. However, I still like her in the movie, I guess. It's really hard to figure out. Anyway, Adventureland's just a movie that I can just put it on and it feels great, and I kind of want to watch it again now. And I like the Jesse Eisenberg. So, okay, so that's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, The Social Network, another Jesse Eisenberg, okay, about the creation of Facebook. Kind of a weird movie to be on your top movies list. It's a great fucking movie. I think David Fincher had something to do with it. I could be wrong. And that's the guy who directed Fight Club. It's just great. And for me, it for some reason, it's inspiring. It's inspirational. But I don't know. It's just a nice movie to watch. I really like it. I love the Jesse Eisenberg in it. It might be a little high on the list. And then after that would be number 16, Rear Window. And that's just my Alfred Hitchcock representation on this list because I did the Alfred Hitchcock movies a bunch last year. Just about 2 weeks ago, I wanted to rewatch The Birds. I rewatched The Birds. Fucking loved that movie. But my favorite Hitchcock movie, Rear Window. My favorite Jimmy Stewart movie, Rear Window. And growing up, you'd always watch It's a Wonderful Life with Jimmy Stewart, Always watch It's a Wonderful Life. It's a Wonderful Life with Jimmy Stewart. It's a Wonderful Life doesn't have shit on Rear Window. Rear Window is a great fucking movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's very good. It's very awesome. It led to a small little 24, 48, 72 hour Grace Kelly obsession with me, because Grace Kelly is in it. The princess, she is a princess, like legit, or she was after she stopped acting in Hollywood. She went and became princess of some fucking weird country somewhere. Phenomenal. Grace Kelly, phenomenal in that fucking movie, like steals this fucking scene from Jimmy Stewart, which is crazy. But Jimmy Stewart, great in that movie. Grace Kelly, amazing in that fucking movie. She is like perfection. She's perfection. And if anyone's ever seen Mad Men, like Betty Draper in that show, love the Betty Draper. I don't know what it is about that whole style that those chicks got going on, but like the Betty Draper in Mad Men, she is amazing. And then for some reason that kind of looks like Grace Kelly to me in like a Rear Window. But that's it. I had Royal Tenenbaums after that, but I'm just gonna pair Royal Tenenbaums with The Life Aquatic, and then I want The Shining to be on there as well. It's amazing. We're not going to do that short story I wrote. What about you, Eric? What's your favorite movie? Oh, that's right. He's not here. He is not here. Anyway, all right, that's going to be it for me. I hope that if anybody's still listening, I apologize. Fucking craziness. That's not easy to do. It's been an hour and 11 minutes roughly. Go watch the last episode. Go watch that Andre Chikatilo clip if you want to help us get views on that. It's at like 750-ish right now. I'm excited for Eric to do his solo show. I'm curious what it's about. I wish that I could have. I wish that I did a little more prep. Maybe it's hard to run the tech at the same time, especially when you're trying to do the soundboard and the mix and this mixer and all this fucking shit. And it's kind of a pain. But I enjoyed it. I had a good time. I hope you guys had a good time. I'm gonna play some music right now again on this fucking outro going out. And yeah. Hey. That's what it is. Drink cranberry juice this week. Listen to Fleetwood Mac. Whatever you want to do. Oh, Jesus. That was a lot of cranberry juice. We're going to get through it all. We're going to get through it all, everybody. I promise. 2020 sucks. It's fucked. But it's okay. We got sports. You got a list of movies you can watch. Huh? Eric will be back next week. Eric gets to do his solo show. Bro, if you're listening to this, oh, God. I wish you luck in 2 weeks, man. You're gonna need it. You should have a guest. That's a good idea. Or it can just be an hour of insanity by yourself. Anyway, all right. What up? Bye, everybody. Eric and Brad Show.